Hello, I'm Chess Kane with oilordering.com, and the next product that I want to go over here is our power steering fluid. Actually, just your power steering system, not just this product in particular. We're going to cover all the aspects of the possibilities here. But I've been using this product for a long time, and as we can assume, the power steering pump and reservoir is one area that does get neglected a lot. You get debris just from not from the outside. Most of the units are vented through the reservoir, but you get moisture buildup, which with temperature changes and variations, it degrades the fluid, and then you get wear, which further degrades the fluid. The fluid itself has its own life as well. So you need to, just as it recommends here, you need to stick with the OEM intervals because they're usually not changed enough. By the way, the product code is PSF if you call us or you order online. It's PSF to look it up, or just look through the menu system here. The other thing about it is you don't have to drain the whole system. When you look up your vehicle, you choose which product is compatible with your vehicle, and as you see right here on the screen, the fluid extraction pump, perfect for doing this. In fact, I have one of these pumps. If you go, I went on eBay or somewhere online, and they average about $25. So this is actually a pretty good price, by the way. This you can use for several other types of fluids as well. Now, before I talk more about this fluid, the first thing you want to do when you're going to choose the power steering fluid is to look up your vehicle. And I already looked up, for example, this 2007 Ford F-150 5.4. Pretty common application. But this truck, when you look up your vehicle, by the way, you just hit this other fluids button. But this truck calls for, whoops, what happened to my screen here? Let me move this to where you can see it there. Automatic transmission fluid, and that's also typical. And that's because of the type of seals that are involved. That particular Ford needs the same hydraulic equivalent of an automatic transmission fluid. So in that case, you don't want to vary away from it. I pulled up another vehicle, which 2008 Grand Caravan, another very popular vehicle that we get in here to the shop all the time. Again, that calls for a AP4, or in the Dodge world, it's the ATF plus 4. You can see the notes for it down here. So again, now since it doesn't have a lot of stress like automatic transmission fluid, we do have this, our OE version, which is like $2 or $3 less. So that's the most popular choice. But again, you don't want to vary away from this recommendation. That's why you always want to look it up on the lookup guide. Okay. Now the next one I pulled up was just another popular vehicle, 2010 Chevy Impala. So it's not dependent on the manufacturer, but certain cars have different setups. So this one does look for the GM part number that matches our power steering fluid. Now, going back to that, if you look on the back of the bottle, and it's also listed here, there are quite a bit of applications here. So it does say Ford and Chrysler, General Motors, Mitsubishi. I know my Mini Cooper used this fluid. It's a BMW number. They try to sell this very expensive Castrol-based product. So this one takes its place too. But all sorts of specs. So the power steering fluid does meet the majority of them, but a lot of times you'll run into the old standby. But they're not interchangeable because of the types of seals that are used. Yeah, service life, change your vehicle power steering fluid at the original equipment manufacturer recommendation. So that's very important. But again, just by extracting what you can get out of the reservoir is usually enough. Oh, the other thing you do want to do, you want to make sure it's at least warmed up pretty good, because that'll ensure that the debris you're trying to get out, draining it isn't reasonable unless you pull a hose or something. You want to get as much debris out of there, and if it's warmed up, then you can assume that it's in suspension. So cut off the engine and get right to it. These are easy to get to. It's just right there under the hood in most cases. So it's add this to your Amsoil order, and usually if you're ordering a case of oil already or 6 quarts and a filter, Adding this only adds about 40 cents to your shipping costs. 38 cents to 47 cents, somewhere in there. It depends on how much you're getting shipped. Of course, you can call us, and we ship out of here too, using different methods of delivery. So I did want to just cover that. And again, you got these 3 different fluids: extraction pump. So we got the power steering fluid by Amsoil, PSF product code. We've got the Signature Series multi-vehicle, which also meets the standards for a lot of Ford and Chrysler and GM vehicles, especially going back 10 to 15 years. And the third one is the OE version of the same, which is right here. Basically, it's the same as the Signature Series ATF, but it doesn't include the years of the proprietary additive packages that Amsoil has worked on. But we're talking about a power steering system. It's not as sophisticated as a automatic transmission, just like a transfer case. So this product is more than adequate. Save you a couple dollars too if it calls for that. Again, when you go to Amsoil.com or our website, just look for the tab that suggests looking up a vehicle, and you'll put in the year, make, and model. We'll do one of these real quick. It's very simple. There's 2 lookup guides. See this button right here? It says switch to previous version. I actually prefer to use that because it lists everything on one list. So let's just say we got a 2002, what's a popular Subaru Outback. Let's see what that one uses. We get a ton of those here. Subaru Outback, it's usually the 4-cylinder that comes in. It's just before the filters on the list. There's your filters. See, that one calls for the ATF or again the OE. So it's a different spec there that meets that. So you always want to make sure. The other lookup guide, let's just go over that one. You just hit, again, look up a vehicle, automotive and light truck. Let's try a Volkswagen. Let's see what that vehicle will take. Let's just do a 2002 Jetta, another popular one. And let's do the turbo diesel. That's probably 2 out of 3 that I deal with here. You hit the other fluids button. Yeah, there it is. A lot of the European vehicles require that spec anyway. They're in that VW and Audi group. So that concludes my quick overview on the power steering fluid. And we hope you try it out so you can enjoy better performance in cold temperatures and longer life on your steering pumps. So thanks again, and we hope you check us out when we put out the next video. Subscribe to our channel here on YouTube.